Mornings start and finish here. On radio, on TV, online, with our partner AMP. This is Paul Henry.
Good morning. Great to have you with us this Friday morning, the 2nd of September. I'm Mark Sainsbury, filling in for Paul Henry. Thanks for your company right here on Radio Live, TV3 and paulhenry.co.nz. Well, of course, we're waking up the breaking news, a 7.1 earthquake. What do we have on the show this week?
Huge. Yeah, I know. Well, the civil defence, but I tell you what, you can never be prepared psychologically for those quakes, as anyone in Christchurch.
And yesterday, Mark Rosny from Red Cross saying this is what you should have in your home, and almost like, you know, we wake up this morning, this is reality.
Yeah.
It is a wake-up call.
It is a wake-up call. Another reminder that most of us are very poorly prepared.
And then where it is East Cape, your mum's up around that area, Ingrid?
Yeah, Whakatane, so not too far away. We had a 6.3, I think, in the 87, and once you've been through one of those, you never get over it.
But 7.1 is a big quake.
One of the good things, I guess, if there's a good thing, is that area is quite sparsely populated, so hopefully not too many people have had their homes damaged and there's been no injuries and that sort of thing.
All right, coming up, as we've been just talking about, a violent shake has rattled people awake in all parts of the country this morning. The 7.1 tremor struck west of Te Araroa just after 4:30 this morning. It's been felt from Auckland right down to the top of the South Island. The residents along the coast near Tolaga.
Breakfast is proudly brought to you by the Jetstar 50. Get more out of your weekend with Jetstar's 50 must-do experiences. Find yours at jetstar.com/50.
First for you this morning, a 7.1 magnitude earthquake hits off the North Island's East Cape. We'll have the latest.
Good morning. The North Island has been shaken awake by a massive 7.1 magnitude earthquake centred off the East Cape. Connor Whitten is with us live now with the latest. Connor.
The quake struck this morning at 20 to 5, 130 kilometres northeast of the North Island, off the coast of Te Araroa, and at a depth of 55 kilometres. Civil Defence is describing this as a long and strong quake and has just issued a precautionary potential tsunami alert for all of New Zealand and the Chatham Islands. Now, there's a more specific warning for residents in Tolaga Bay this morning. They are being asked to self-evacuate. They are advised to move to higher ground, take a radio with them and listen for updates.
Good morning. Residents of the East Cape have been asked to evacuate as we go to air this morning after a potential tsunami threat prompted by a 7.1 magnitude earthquake struck off the east coast of the North Island this morning. The quake hit just after 4:30 and was centred 130 kilometres northeast of Te Araroa at a depth of 55 kilometres. A flurry of aftershocks have struck since, with the largest...
And this Te Araroa local told Radio Live Talkback she was distraught after the violent shake.
You're okay.
I hate them. I just hate them.
No,
I was sitting there taking painkillers and it rolled and it rolled and it rolled and it rolled and it rolled.
And we'll be talking to Civil Defence shortly on the programme.
Be advised to get to as far inland as possible or to higher ground. Take a radio with you, take your pets if it is possible, and Civil Defence and science advisors have come to the conclusion that a tsunami warning does need to be issued for the for an earthquake of this size. Speaking to Civil Defence in the Gisborne region, they have said that there has been no visible damage at this stage, but obviously as the sun comes up, they'll have a better idea of what has happened in that region. So just repeating that again, a tsunami warning has been issued. So if you felt the earthquake as long and strong and you live on a coastline, it'll be advised that you get as far inland as possible or to higher ground. Take a radio with you and listen to advice from your local authorities.
All right, thanks, Sean. We'll catch up with you again soon for an update.
For the tsunami threat for coastal marine areas of the country. The tsunami warning for the east coast of the North Island, including Auckland, Waikato, Bay of Plenty and the upper South Island. The Civil Defence has confirmed a tsunami was generated at East Cape with a wave height of 30 centimetres. Quite right, Ingrid. Joining us on the phone now is Civil Defence Director Sarah Stewart-Black. Sarah Stewart-Black, what is the latest information that you have there at Civil Defence Headquarters?
So
Morning, Mark. We understand that there has been that small tsunami that's been generated, and we have issued a threat message for a threat warning for the East Coast, as you've said. The important thing is that people stay away from the water, that at this time things can change quite quickly, and we don't want anybody to be putting themselves in a position where they're not safe. So they should, as I said the other day, they should be going inland or uphill if they're close to that coastline. We understand that there's been a number of self-evacuations, but this is along that immediate coastline. So as we can see at the moment, the wave height is quite low, but we're just urging extreme caution.
Did we get this straight? Are you encouraging people to move to higher ground?
What we're saying is if you live right on the beach line, you should be moving away from the beach line at the moment. If you're literally down at the beach, what I don't want is for people standing on the beach.
And when you say the beach, what area, what part of the coast are you specifically talking about?
We're talking about the fact that the...
And just a quick reminder of our top story this morning. Residents of the East Cape have been asked to evacuate after a potential tsunami threat prompted by a 7.1 magnitude earthquake off the east coast of the North Island this morning. The quake was felt as far north as Auckland and as far south as Akaroa. And don't be idiots and go down to the shoreline to look, because I've seen that too
exactly,
often. So
and that happens all the time. In fact, the advice is stay off the beaches, out of the water, don't go sightseeing.
Yep.
Share the information, check in on people who might not know about the advice on what to do, and of course, listen to the radio or the TV for information.
And you're speaking to Civil Defence very shortly.
Yes.
Aftershock 6 minutes ago, 7 minutes ago, 7 minutes ago.
So it's stay out of the water, and that's including the sea, the rivers, the estuaries, including any boating activities. Stay off the beaches and the shore areas. Do not go sightseeing, and share that information with any family, neighbours or friends that are near you. And just keep listening to radio and TV for updates. Follow the instructions of your local civil defence authorities.
Have you had any reports of injury or damage?
We've had no reports so far. That's not to say that that won't necessarily change. We're continuing to monitor the situation.